Hey everyone, Bimbo here and welcome back to my channel.
Where the fuck have you been, you homo?
Okay guys, I'm sorry. I know I was dead for a while, but for a good reason. Because I was in the process of moving, and you guys know how time consuming that really is. But enough about that. I really want to thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. Like, oh my gosh, I was so freaking excited when I looked at my subscriber count and saw that I finally reached my goal. So from now on, I hope you guys can stick even longer with me and enjoy all the future content. Now, if you looked at the thumbnail and read the title, I would be redesigning the girls from My Little Pony, mainly because their outfits in Equestria girls needed a lot of work and cutesyness. For some reason, a lot of children's shows that were targeted towards younger girls have such horrible taste in fashion that it hurts my soul. And if you don't know what MLP is, it's basically an animated series following a pony named Twilight and her friends, going on adventures and helping others around Equestria, solving problems with the power of friendship. Yeah! And to be honest, this is more of a reimagine instead of redesign, mainly because as far as I'm aware, the ponies don't have any canon human form, so this is just how I imagine them as humans. Now, for my experience with this show, I did not watch it that much growing up. Like, I could count on one hand on how many times I've watched the series, and it's not a lot. But what I can say is that out of all the times I watched MLP, my favorite pony has to be Rainbow Dash, and it's totally not because of anything at all. Now, without wanting to waste any more time, I have one more disclaimer I want to give out, and that is, if you have a problem with how I redesigned any of the ponies because they don't look how you wanted them to, please go to the comments and cry so I can laugh at you and your complaints, because this is my channel and my interpretations of the characters. Now, with that out of the way, let's get on with the redesigns. And the first pony I'll be redesigning, as you can see, is Twilight Sparkle, the leader of the main 6. Twilight is the central main character of MLP. She is very studious, antisocial, but very kind and not afraid to help other ponies. Now, for her pony redesign, I gave her more of a muted purple, also changing her hairstyle into a messy bun with some extra hair hanging down from the back. And for her accessories, I gave her these red glasses because I thought the red popped beautifully with all the purples, and because she's nerdy. I also decided to give her these cuffs to add more of a professional look to her. And honestly, that's pretty much it for her pony design that I did, because I was just rushing with these. But let's move on to the actual speed paint of her pony form. Now, for my human Twilight, I decided to give her this very studious pose where she's maybe writing down some notes in her book while she's holding a pencil. Another thing I decided was to give her a similar hairstyle to her pony form. I kept the messy bun, but instead of the remainder of her hair being shorter, I actually decided to lengthen it, and it goes all the way down to her calves. So yes, I gave her them inches. I know that's right. That's right. And for her skin tone, I decided to give her this really dark brown skin tone, mainly because I see Twilight as more of a darker skinned woman. And I actually think that her canon human form, I guess, is a brown or black girl, and I thought it was super cute, so I just went with it. And for her lips, instead of me giving her a more blushy lips like I do my other drawings, I actually decided to go for a more natural two-toned lip because, you know, I imagine Twilight's she doesn't wear makeup, you know? So she's pretty much a natural beauty. Face card is bare. I know that's right, Twilight. Wait, she gagged me with that. Okay, now for her outfit, it was super obvious that Twilight was going to get the academia themed outfit since she's the studious character. So first and foremost, she has this white collared shirt with a navy blue tie. And over top of the shirt, I gave her this oversized cardigan in this dull purple color, but instead of the sleeves covering her arms, I actually decided to roll up her sleeves just to make it seem like she rolled them up while she was writing down her notes. And mainly because I didn't want the sleeves to cover her hands, because that's more of a Fluttershy thing, if that makes sense. And for her lower half, I gave her this purple mini skirt with a plaid pattern on it because at first I considered giving her pants or shorts, but Twilight, she didn't really seem like the type to wear that, and she's also like really girly, so she has the skirt instead. I also gave her these knee-high socks with this pink and purple argyle pattern, and over top of the socks, I added these baggy leg warmers, mainly because I have an obsession with leg warmers, guys. I know, but also because when looking on Pinterest for references on the outfits, a lot of like the girls or the super feminine outfits had leg warmers, but also because, you know, I just like leg warmers. And finally, for her shoes, I gave her some plain brown Mary Janes. I was gonna do black, but I felt like it wouldn't look as good as brown. And yeah, that's it for Twilight's uniform or design. Honestly, she looks super good, and it's actually my second favorite design I did for this video. I hope you guys like her. I really do like how I did her hair and her face, but I hope you guys like her, and let's just move on to the next pony for this video. The next pony I'll be redesigning is Applejack. Applejack is very hardworking and diligent in her labor at Sweet Apple Acres and tends to prefer traditional methods of work. Similar to Twilight's pony redesign, I gave her a slightly more dull and darker coat. I think this was a stylistic choice on my part, but I decided to make most, if not all, ponies' fur a bit more scruffed looking, just to add a teeny tiny bit of realism. But also on her coat, I decided to add several white spots on her fur. Throughout her body, she has like all these white specks. I also decided to make her hair a more dirtyish blonde and made her tail braided. And for her accessories, I kept the cowboy hat, but I added a green handkerchief around her neck just to add a bit more spice in her design. Now, for human Applejack, I most definitely wanted to lean into the more masculine and butch side, so I gave her a more muscular build with very thick brows and fewer lashes than I would normally draw on my characters. For her pose, I decided to give her this almost confident pose where she has her hand on her forehead while her other is like on her hip, kind of like she just finished harvesting some apples, I guess. I also decided to have her chew on some wheat because I thought it would be funny since the references I found show like country people or cowgirls like chewing on wheat. And for her hairstyle, I gave her this very stylized ponytail that swept to one side of her shoulder. I was gonna give her a really giant braid to reference her tail, but I did not feel like drawing a braid. So yeah. And also, as you can see, well, probably, but as you can see, I gave her vitiligo, mainly because since I gave her pony form those white splotches around her body, I thought it would be nice to turn that into vitiligo for her human form. And yes, this is kind of unrelated, but I am very much a Rarity Jack shipper. I love me the country girl at rich city girl concept very much. So in my world, or my AU of designs, Rarity and Applejack are dating. Now for her outfit, I think I leaned more into the cowgirl aesthetic instead of the farmer aesthetic, which was kind of, I don't want to say it was a mistake, but that's not exactly what I was going for, but it still looks cute overall. So I gave her this white long sleeve shirt, but the sleeves are rolled up, and over top of that is a green plaid vest. At first, I was going to give Applejack a more red color palette, but I realized red wasn't really cutting it for me. But I did know for a fact that I wanted at least some bit of red in there, so I just made her hair tie this dullish red color. And for her pants, at first I settled on some plain ripped jeans, but I was like, wait, no, this looks boring. So then I remembered that those chapped pants exist, and I just had to give her those. But instead of leaving the pants a plain denim color, I decided to add these like flame-like designs on them. I also even added patches of fabric on the pants to make it seem like she accidentally destroyed random parts of it and tried sewing it back together. I like the headcanon that Rarity made those pants for her, but in Applejack wears them like every day, like constantly, 24/7 when she's doing her work. And you know, Rarity likes it, of course, but Rarity also tells her that she can just sew her more outfits. She doesn't have to keep wearing the same thing. And I just think that'd be like a really cute headcanon since they're dating in my eyes. Oh, and for her shoes, I just gave her some basic cowboy boots. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Applejack. I'm just a tad bit disappointed on how I drew her. I think I could have made her face a lot more strong and rough looking to give her that more masculine vibe I was going for. But let's move on to the other pony. Next up, we have the diva herself, Rarity. Rarity is a talented fashion designer who is pretty caring of her friends, but also generally acts with dignity and grace and speaks eloquently, with a transatlantic accent. Now, for her pony design, I didn't change much because she already looks so good, but I did change her hairstyle into this high ponytail with a bang that covers one of her eyes, mainly for a stylistic choice, but also because I didn't want to change way too much about her design since I already like it. But I did also give her this purple jacket with a lighter purple fur on the trims of it to give her a more posh and elegant look. You know, elegancy. I even gave her a purple Van Cleef bracelet on one of her legs because she's a rich and cutesy girl, of course. Now, for my human design of Rarity, I mainly based her face off of Jessica Rabbit and Marilyn Monroe, mainly because I wanted to give her this old school beauty, if that makes sense. So I gave Rarity this sharp, sleepy eye look with an almost exaggerated eyelid space, so her eyes could be like 80% eyelid while the remaining percentage is her eyes. I definitely wanted Rarity to look the most beautiful out of all the girls, because out of all the designs, it just makes sense for her to want to look her best. Now, for her hair, I did keep it the same as I did for her pony form, mainly because I thought it made sense for her hair to be heavily stylized to get into that 1950s actress vibe, kind of like Judy Garland from The Wizard of Oz. You know how her hair was always so perfectly stylized. And for her pose, I decided to give her this snobby rich girl pose where she's doing that anime girl laugh with the hand near their mouth and the other on her hip, like, oh. That was so cringy. Okay, and for Rarity's outfit, I was very much panicking and feeling the pressure because I didn't know what kind of vibe to go for. Like, did I want to go for a more casual vibe, a more cunty vibe, or a more elegant vibe? Or like you get the idea. But I decided to just go for a more casual yet stylish kind of outfit. So I gave her the same jacket she has in her pony form, but instead of making it purple, I decided to make it white, but I still had the lighter purple fur on the trims of the jacket. Mainly because, like I said earlier, I thought it made her look really bougie and cute. I will say I'm a bit disappointed in her outfit overall because I really wanted her to have this sort of glam vibe, but I was a bit stressed for personal reasons, so it kind of messed with my focus. But that's a topic for another day. For her lower half though, I gave her these flared jeans that have these turquoise ruffles, but on top of the ruffles are these purple ribbons that are like zigzagged across the jeans, giving it this kind of really cute design. I also decided to add the Van Cleef bracelet she has in her pony form, but instead of it being a bracelet, it's actually a waist chain, because she's still that bougie girl. And finally, for her shoes, I just gave her these purple heels and called it a day because I didn't want to stress myself out. So that's it for Rarity. Now let's move on to the next pony. Next up, we have Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash is the main tomboy of the group. Being the sportiest, she often engages in competitive behavior, having discovered a passion for winning, specifically in racing. Now, for her pony redesign, I really wanted her to look very rough and sharp, kind of like how Lavender Town did her. So I gave her a slightly darker blue coat but she has this lighter blue cloud design on her hooves. Since she races in the sky, I thought that would be kind of cute and quirky in a way. Her hair is a lot more spikier looking, just to add more emphasis on the rough and rough look. I also decided to add some bandages and scratch marks all around her to make it seem like she's known for roughhousing and getting hurt while she's racing. I also added some piercings too, just so she could look more tough. Now for my take on human Rainbow Dash, I definitely wanted to give her a more sporty outfit, but in the middle of doing her outfit drawing, I just hated how it looked and I changed it like 4 times. So then my friend recommended that I give her more scene kit fashion since a lot of other redesigns give her scene fashion. So I just went for that instead while adding a bit more sporty or casual elements in there. So for her face specifically, I really wanted to work on doing more expressive facial expressions. So she's doing this kind of silly face where one eye is slightly squinting while her tongue is sticking out. I also gave her a bunch of piercings to add more to the punk vibe I wanted to give her. And for her hairstyle, I decided to give her this mullet, but for the sides of her mullet, they're gonna be brown, just to make it seem like her real hair color is brown, but she dyed like the actual hair part of her mullet rainbow. And doing rainbow in designs is really hard, especially because you want the placements to look at least decent. So I'm kind of glad on how I did them, but I was struggling. So yeah. Now for her outfit, I definitely was scrolling on Pinterest just for a little bit, just to find the perfect outfit that gave scene while also giving a bit of a sporty vibe to it. So for her top, I gave her this blue crop top with her cutie mark on the center of it. I also gave her these rainbow striped arm warmers because a lot of scene kid fashion has them wearing arm warmers, and because it was cute. And I also did paint her nails rainbow because Rainbow Dash, so she's gonna have like a lot of rainbows on it, you know, it's pretty obvious. Now for her lower half, I gave her these super baggy jean shorts that have this rainbow design on one of the pant legs. I also gave her this black and rainbow checkered belt because that very much gave me scene kit vibes. But on the belt, I added this pink furry raccoon tail and a small lightning bolt, just to add a bit more color in the design without using constant rainbows, if that makes sense. And finally for her shoes, I gave her these mismatched sneakers where one is red and the other is blue, similar to her socks where one is green and the other is orange. And that's Rainbow Dash. I'm pretty proud of how her design came out. Now let's just move on to the next girl. The next pony we have is Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie is hyperactive, excitable, outgoing, and quirky, often speaking and acting very childlike and bubbly. Now for her pony redesign, similar to Rarity's, I didn't change too much, but I still definitely did make some changes. Main thing being her coat is still pink, but she has like a lighter pink spot on her eye. Now for the most notable changes in her design, it's definitely the whipped cream or vanilla icing all over her hooves, her tail, and even her hair. And for her accessories, I decided to give her this blue and yellow party hat, a pastel rainbow bracelet, and on her other leg, I gave her this dark pink ribbon. I don't know why I gave her that ribbon, but it was cute, so yeah. Now, for my human Pinkie Pie, yes, I made her black, and yes, I made her plus size. Like I said earlier in the video, if you have a problem with how I redesigned any of them, comment down below so I can make fun of you. Now, anyways, for her face, I definitely wanted her to look the cutest, if that makes sense. Similar to how I made Rarity the prettiest, I wanted Pinkie to look the most adorable. So her eyes are definitely bigger than the rest of the girls and more childlike. And for my take on her hairstyle, I gave her these super cute afro puffs, but the rest of her hair is in this, you know, poofy curly style. And of course, I had to lay her edges because, you know, her edges stay laid. And for her pose, I decided to reference it off this picture I saw on Pinterest where she's holding a cupcake in one hand while licking some of the frosting off her finger. And for her skin tone, She is meant to be a black woman, but she isn't dark skinned like Twilight, since brown and black people come in different shades. So she's definitely more on the light skin side, but I also decided to give her vitiligo, and instead of it being all over her body like Applejack, it's just on one side. Now for her outfit, I don't know the exact fashion style it's called, but I do know that it's very maximalist and very kawaii. Her outfit is definitely the most cluttered out of all the designs in this video, but it's cluttered in a good way because Pinkie is definitely the most likely to dress the craziest since her personality is the most wild and out there. But for her tops, I gave her this white strawberry patterned tank top with pastel pink ruffles on the edges of it, and I gave her this baggy off the shoulder t-shirt that has her cutie mark on the center of her shirt. And for her lower half, she has a denim mini skirt with this pink ruffle design at the end of her skirt. Now for her socks or leg accessories, on one leg she has this mesh stocking, but for the designs on the stocking, it has ribbons going throughout the whole like leg part. She also has this pink thigh garter with a heart buckle, mainly because it looks super cute. And on the other leg, she doesn't have any stockings like the first leg, but she does have a matching thigh garter with a pastel yellow instead of the pink. And for the shoes and stuff, she has these striped leg warmers that have these cupcake and bunny charms. And finally for her shoes itself, I give her these purple platforms, but they have these heart charms and these angel wings on them. And that's pretty much it for Pinkie Pie. I love her design so much, and I really hope you guys love it as much as I do. The next pony we have is Fluttershy. Fluttershy is generally depicted as shy and soft-spoken when interacting with other ponies. In the first several seasons of the series, she often responded with a nervous whisper when being spoken to. Now, for Fluttershy's pony redesign, I mainly changed her hairstyle since I wanted her to look a lot more simpler compared to the other girls. So for her hairstyle, I gave her this slightly wavy style, but she has her hair tied into a bun in the back. I also decided to make her cover one of her eyes with her hairstyle, mainly because she just might be insecure about her face, or she just wants to be as hidden as possible. But since Fluttershy is more of a nature girly, I decided to give her these daisies all around her hair, because daisies are a more simple yet non-flashy flower, but to add a bit more flavor and more like nature-y vibes to her design, I also gave her these vines on her hair and tail. For my take on human Fluttershy, it was super obvious that I was going to give her this soft girl look, so for her face, please ignore how bad I was struggling with their face at first because it was looking a mess. But I gave her this droopy eye shape that she originally has in the show, but her lashes are more rounded to make her look more pure and sweet in a way. I gave her this shy yet happy face expression because I didn't want her to look sad, but more so nervous, or like a nervous little sweet girl, like hi. And for her hair, it's the same as her pony form, but I didn't add the daisies and vines in her hair because for her human form, I wanted to keep her minimal and less distracting. But I did give her just one small daisy in her hair because I imagine in her free time, she likes going in the flower fields and picking daisies. And for her pose, I kind of struggled with picking one that perfectly suited her shy and timid personality without making it seem like she's a breath away from fainting. So if you see that, it's not because I hated how they were turning out, it's just I wanted one that made her look more casual and shy, you know. And for her outfit, I'm not gonna lie, I low-key stole an outfit that another artist gave her, but I kind of modified it in a way. The artist is 𝙬𝚗 on Instagram, if you guys were curious for that. So for her hat, she has this floppy beret that resembles a white strawberry, but for her outfit, I gave her this super loose, oversized, cream-colored cardigan with bell-shaped sleeves that also have daisies all over, but to add more to her design, I decided to make the daisies more 3D-like, mainly because I saw these cardigans that have these 3D charms on them, and I thought Fluttershy would love those. Now, under her cardigan is a long, flowy lime green dress that reaches down to her ankles. I also decorated her dress with butterflies and sparkles. And for her footwear, she has these chunky platform style sneakers with matching lime green and yellow tones. I definitely wanted her outfit to be very cozy and very loose fitting since, like me, I'm sure Fluttershy prefers to stay comfortable and doesn't want to wear or dress in stuff that'll make her feel uncomfortable. Like for me, I hate fitted clothes and prefer to stay comfortable, and I think that's maybe because I wear pajamas like 24/7. But don't think I can't put that shit on, because I can put it on. But that's it for Fluttershy. She turned out to be so cute, and I'm obsessed with how I did her hair and her face. I bet you guys thought that was the end of the video, huh? I bet you thought I would just disappear again, huh? I bet you thought. Okay, I'll shut up. I'll just get started. I'm sorry. Last but not least, I'll be doing Sunset Shimmer. I won't lie, but I know absolutely nothing about her. But her wiki states that she serves as the main antagonist of the first EQUESTRIA Girls film before becoming a main character throughout the spin-off franchise. Now, for my pony redesign, I really did not care how she turned out, but for some reason the reds and yellows reminded me of fire, so I gave her this ombre coat that goes from a light yellow all the way to this reddish orange color. I also made the mane of her hooves kind of resemble flames. And after I finished her pony design, I was wondering why it looked so plain. And then I realized I did not give her her leather jacket. So just imagine she's wearing one, okay? Okay. Now for my human design for Sunset, her design really gave me this badass biker girl, or those high school rock star from those Disney movies back then for some reason. Maybe from the leather jacket and how she just looks. But for her hairstyle, I decided to give her this messy wolf cut because wolf cuts just scream this badass girl who doesn't take any crap from anyone. I also decided to give her a few piercings since she seems like the second girl out of the main characters to have piercings. She has an eyebrow piercing, a nose bridge piercing, a lip piercing, and an ear piercing. Similar to Twilight though, I also gave Sunset Shimmer a natural toned lip, but I was really tempted to give her this bold red lip, but it felt too glammed up for the vibe I wanted to give her. And for her pose, I actually found this on Pinterest, and I think it was official art from EQUESTRIA Girls, but she was holding an electric guitar, and I just thought that was perfect since I wanted her to be like a little rock star. Rock on! Or, no wait, Cat Rock! And for her outfit, like I mentioned earlier, I wanted her outfit to look very badass and biker-like, but when looking on Pinterest for like biker girl outfits or like the aesthetic of it, I got so bored because all of the biker outfits were just plain black leather. And for me, an all black outfit is the most boring thing ever. So I had to take matters into my own hands. I gave her this cropped black leather jacket, mainly because the jacket is a huge part of her character design. But instead of making the jacket boring, I decided to add these tattered slits that cut off from the shoulders but continue down her arms. And under her jacket, she has a ripped purple crop top, revealing her, her midriff, and paired with this maroon fishnet under the jeans. Now, for the lower half of the outfit, I gave her these dark high-waisted jeans that are ripped, obviously, because, ripped jeans are like very rebellious and badass. But I gave her these two spiked belts, one in a magenta color and the other in this orange color. Mainly because she needed more colors in her design, and I'll say this, adding colors to an all black outfit is so much better than a plain black outfit. And I'll just die on that hill, I don't care. And finally, for her shoes, I gave her these tall, heavy black platform boots with the thick magenta soles. And as I'm writing this script and reading it out, I realized that I gave her the same shoes as my Venus redesign, and that's so funny. But that's it for Sunset Shimmer. I hope you guys liked how she turned out. I like how she turned out, but I don't know. Something feels off about the drawing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, that's it for this video. I want to thank you guys for helping me reach 1K subscribers. That is such a huge goal for me, and I can't even express how grateful I am for you guys. Like always, please comment down below more series you would like to see me redesign, or, as I like to call it, cuncify. Now without anything left to say, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone!